If you're over 60, let me ask you something personal but important. Have you noticed that what once felt easy and natural in the bedroom now feels more like a struggle? Maybe you're frustrated by the changes, your size doesn't seem the same, or it's harder to maintain firmness when you want it most. You're not alone. Millions of men over 60 silently face this challenge every day, yet few talk about it. But today, you're in the right place because I want to share something that can change everything for you. A simple 3-minute exercise, yes, just 3 minutes, that can help you regain bigger size and rock-hard erections without pills, without surgery, and without embarrassment. Now, before I dive into it, let me share a story about a man I'll call Harold. Harold is 67, a retired teacher, and when he first came into my office, he was discouraged. He loved his wife dearly, but intimacy had become stressful. He said, "Doc, I feel like less of a man. I don't recognize myself anymore." His voice cracked when he said those words. He wasn't just talking about physical performance. He was talking about confidence, dignity, and the deep connection he wanted to keep alive with his wife. That story is one of many, and it's exactly why I do what I do. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Dr. Nolan Easton. I've been a men's health specialist for over 30 years, and my mission has always been to help men reclaim their vitality, their confidence, and their joy in life, especially after 60. I've worked with thousands of patients, and over the years, I've learned that lasting solutions don't come from a quick pill or a magic device. They come from understanding how your body works and from simple natural methods that restore blood flow, strengthen the right muscles, and revive performance from the inside out. Here's the truth most men don't realize. A large part of your size and firmness comes down to circulation and muscle control. As we age, circulation slows, and muscles that once supported strong, full erections weaken. The good news? Just like you can exercise your arms or legs to make them stronger, you can also exercise the pelvic muscles that control size, blood flow, and rigidity. This is where the 3-minute exercise comes in. It's not complicated, and it doesn't require equipment. It's about targeting the exact muscles that create lasting firmness and improved size. When Harold first heard me explain this, he was skeptical. He said, "Doc, 3 minutes? That sounds too simple." But within weeks of practicing this exercise, he came back into my office with a smile that spoke louder than words. His wife later sent me a thank you card, saying, "You've given us back a part of our marriage we thought was gone forever." That's the power of knowing what to do and doing it consistently. Now, before I demonstrate the exercise later in this series, I want you to understand why it works. You see, the pelvic floor muscles, sometimes called the foundation muscles, are responsible for pumping blood into the right places and keeping it there. Imagine them as the hidden power switch for your erections. When these muscles weaken with age, it's like trying to blow up a balloon with a hole in it. No matter how much effort you put in, the firmness just doesn't last. But when you train and strengthen these muscles, you restore control. Blood fills more fully, size appears larger, and firmness feels like it did decades ago. I know some of you may be wondering, why haven't I heard this before? Why isn't this the first thing doctors tell us instead of pushing pills? The truth is, most men don't ask, and most doctors don't take the time to explain. But as someone who has seen the transformation firsthand in my patients, I can tell you this: if you're willing to commit just 3 minutes a day, you can see remarkable changes in your performance and confidence. And here's where I'd like to ask something of you. If what I've shared so far resonates with you, if you've ever felt the frustration Harold felt, or the longing to feel like yourself again, please take a moment to click like, subscribe to this channel, and tap the bell icon so you never miss new advice. And leave me a comment below with a simple yes or no. Does this message speak to you? I personally read your comments, and they guide me in making these videos to help men like you. Let's come back to Harold for a moment, because his story is so powerful. He told me something that stuck with me. He said, "Doc, I thought my best years were behind me. I thought intimacy was something I'd have to give up. But after sticking with the exercise, his confidence returned, and with it came a new energy in his marriage, in his mood, and even in how he carried himself during the day. His posture improved, his laughter came easier, and his wife said it felt like she had her husband back. That's what this is really about. It's not just about physical performance, it's about restoring the man you know you are inside. I want you to picture this: waking up in the morning feeling stronger, looking down and noticing the difference, and knowing that when the moment comes, you're ready, without stress, without doubt. That's what this exercise can unlock. And remember, it's not hours of training. It's not complicated routines. It's just 3 minutes a day. You've got 3 minutes, don't you? Imagine what those 3 minutes could give back to you. As we continue, I'm going to show you exactly how this works, and I'll guide you step by step so you can do it safely and effectively from the comfort of your own home. You don't need fancy gyms, you don't need equipment, you just need a quiet moment and the willingness to invest in yourself. When I left off, I mentioned the importance of those hidden foundation muscles, the pelvic floor, and how they're the secret to restoring size, firmness, and control. But I don't want you to think of this as just another exercise routine. This is about reclaiming your confidence and your connection with the person you love. And it's about proving to yourself that age doesn't have to mean decline, not in this area of your life. Let me take you back to Harold's journey for a moment. After he began practicing the exercise, he told me something remarkable. He said, "Doc, I thought this was just about the bedroom, but I feel more alive during the day too." His energy improved, his back pain lessened, and he even started walking taller. You see, when you strengthen the pelvic floor, you're engaging the very core of your body. It connects to your lower back, your hips, and even your posture. That's why men often report that this exercise makes them feel sturdier and younger in ways they didn't expect. And let's not overlook the emotional impact. For many men, the decline in performance chips away at self-esteem. It can make you avoid intimacy, feel distant from your partner, or question your worth. But when you take back control, even in a small way, the ripple effect is enormous. You don't just improve your physical health, you rebuild trust, connection, and joy in your relationship. That's what Harold experienced. That's what Thomas experienced. And that's what I want for you. So think about it. What would 3 minutes a day be worth if it meant waking up excited for life again? If it meant putting a smile on your partner's face, not just in conversation, but in those private, intimate moments that only the two of you share? That's the promise this simple exercise holds. And the best part, it's natural, it's safe, and it's yours to practice whenever you choose.
When men first hear about this 3-minute exercise, they often think it's too good to be true. But once they give it an honest try, their eyes open to the possibilities. I want to take a moment now to explain how to actually perform this exercise, step by step, in a way that's simple, safe, and effective. My goal is to make sure that when you finish watching, you'll feel confident enough to start practicing right away. The muscles we're focusing on are the same ones you use when you stop the flow of urine midstream. You've probably done that without thinking at some point in your life. Those are your pelvic floor muscles. When you contract and relax them deliberately, you're building strength in the very foundation that supports firmness and size. The key is to activate those muscles without tightening your stomach, legs, or buttocks. This may take a little practice at first, but once you get the feel for it, it becomes second nature. Here's how you can begin. Sit comfortably in a chair with your back straight and your feet flat on the floor. Take a deep breath to relax. Then gently squeeze those muscles as if you're holding back urine. Hold the squeeze for 3 to 5 seconds, then relax for another 3 to 5 seconds. That's 1 repetition. Aim for 10 to 15 repetitions in a row, which takes about 3 minutes total. That's all it takes. And the more consistently you do this, once or twice a day, the stronger and more responsive those muscles become. Now, let me share a story from another patient of mine. His name was Leonard, a 64-year-old widower who had recently started dating again. He came to me because he felt anxious about intimacy. He said, "Doc, I want to be close to her, but I'm terrified I'll disappoint her." That fear was holding him back from fully enjoying his new relationship. I taught him the same 3-minute exercise I'm teaching you now. Leonard practiced it faithfully every morning, right after brushing his teeth. Within a month, he told me he felt more confident, not just because of the physical changes, but because he knew he was actively taking control of his body. That sense of empowerment lifted a huge weight off his shoulders. It's important to remember that this isn't about overnight miracles. Like any muscle training, results build over time. But the beauty of this exercise is that you can do it anywhere, sitting in your living room, lying in bed before sleep, even while watching TV. No one has to know, and yet the impact can be life-changing. And let's talk about why it feels so effective. When you strengthen the pelvic floor, you're improving circulation. More blood flow means greater fullness, better firmness, and longer-lasting performance. It also means waking up to stronger morning erections, which is a healthy sign that your body is functioning well. Many men tell me that the return of those morning signals gave them a huge boost of confidence. It reminded them that they weren't finished as they once feared. But here's something else I want you to consider. This exercise isn't just about sexual health. It supports your overall well-being. Stronger pelvic muscles help stabilize your lower back and hips. They reduce strain during daily activities like bending, lifting, or walking. For some men, they even help relieve nagging back pain. Think of it as an investment in your entire body, not just one part. Leonard's story is a perfect example. He didn't just see improvements in the bedroom. He also found he could walk longer without discomfort, and he felt less tension in his lower back. He told me with a smile, "Doc, I feel like I got 2 gifts in one." That's exactly what makes this so powerful. Now, I want to pause here and invite you to engage with me. If what I've shared so far makes sense, if you can picture yourself trying this exercise in your daily routine, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss future advice. And tell me in the comments with a simple yes or no, do you believe you can spare 3 minutes a day to strengthen these muscles and reclaim your confidence? I read those comments myself, and they help me create videos that meet you exactly where you are. Let's come back to Harold for a moment, because his progress didn't just stop after a few weeks. Over time, as his pelvic muscles strengthened, he began to notice something surprising. His size looked fuller, even when he wasn't aroused. This is because stronger circulation and muscle tone naturally enhance appearance. Harold told me, "Doc, I feel proud again when I look in a mirror." That pride wasn't vanity. It was the joy of seeing his body respond, of realizing he still had the power to change. And it wasn't just about Harold. His wife noticed too. She told him she felt more connected to him, not only physically, but emotionally. Their intimacy reignited their laughter, their closeness, and even their daily routines together. Sometimes the simplest change can ripple through every part of life. And that's exactly what happened for them. I want you to imagine yourself in that same position. Imagine looking in the mirror and feeling satisfied again. Imagine waking up next to your partner and knowing that your body is strong, reliable, and capable. Imagine the joy of sharing that closeness without fear, stress, or hesitation. That's what this 3-minute practice can lead to if you stay consistent. Remember, this isn't about trying to turn back the clock. It's about living fully in the present, making the most of the body you have right now, and giving yourself the tools to thrive. I've seen men in their 70s and even 80s regain vitality through this exercise. The human body has incredible ability to respond, no matter what your age. All it takes is your willingness to begin. So, tonight, when you sit down in your favorite chair or lie in bed, give it a try. Find those muscles, practice the squeeze and release, and remind yourself that with every repetition, you're building strength and confidence. 3 minutes a day may sound small, but over weeks and months, it can transform your life in ways you never thought possible.
By now, you understand the power of this 3-minute exercise. You've heard Harold's story, Thomas's breakthrough and Leonard's transformation. And maybe you're already imagining what your own journey could look like if you gave yourself those 3 minutes a day. Now, I want to bring this all together and leave you with a message of hope, encouragement, and a reminder that it's never too late to reclaim your strength, your confidence, and your joy. When Harold first walked into my office, he carried the weight of disappointment on his shoulders. He thought he was destined to live out the rest of his life feeling less than himself. But he discovered something far greater than just an exercise. He discovered the truth that age doesn't have to define your vitality. By taking action, he unlocked not only bigger size and rock-hard erections, but also laughter, intimacy, and a renewed bond with his wife. And if Harold could do it at 67, why not you? The same goes for Thomas, who had nearly given up on closeness with his wife after years of frustration. Pills had failed him, and hope felt far away. Yet by trusting his body and sticking with the exercise, he rekindled connection and restored his dignity. And Leonard, stepping into a new relationship later in life, regained his confidence to love without fear of disappointment. These men are living proof that change is possible no matter your age or your past. I want you to think about what this really means for your life. It's not just about size or performance. It's about the freedom to live without shame, the joy of feeling your partner's warmth, the pride of looking in the mirror and recognizing the man you know you are. It's about proving to yourself that even after 60, your best moments of intimacy and connection are still ahead of you. Now, let's circle back to the practical side, because I don't want you to just watch this video and forget about it. I want you to take action. Find a quiet space tonight, sit comfortably, and practice the exercise. Remember, squeeze those pelvic muscles gently, hold for a few seconds, then relax. 10 to 15 repetitions, that's all. 3 minutes a day, and your body will thank you. The secret to bigger size and rock-hard erections is not found in a bottle. It's found in your own body's strength. And while you do this, remember, you're not alone. Thousands of men around the world are making this same choice, and they're seeing results that bring hope and joy back into their lives. You can be part of that change. You can write your own success story, just like Harold, Thomas, and Leonard. If this message has spoken to your heart, I want to invite you one more time. Please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon so you'll always know when I share new advice for men over 60. And don't forget to leave your yes or no in the comments. Does this message resonate with you? I read those comments myself, and your voice matters. Your feedback helps me tailor these videos so I can serve you better, and it reminds you that you're part of a community of men choosing to live fully. As a men's health specialist for over 30 years, I can tell you with certainty that your body is capable of more than you think. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond regain vitality, energy, and intimacy simply by committing to these small, consistent steps. You don't have to settle for decline. You don't have to accept frustration as your new normal. You have the power to change. So, my friend, let me leave you with this. Imagine yourself a few weeks from now, standing taller, feeling stronger, smiling with renewed confidence. Imagine your partner's happiness when you surprise them with your energy and connection. Imagine the quiet pride of knowing that you invested in yourself and got results. That's not a dream. It's the future waiting for you if you choose to take those 3 minutes each day. This is Dr. Nolan Easton reminding you that your age does not define your potential. Your commitment does. Take those 3 minutes, build your strength, and reclaim the joy that belongs to you. Thank you for spending this time with me today, and until next time, stay strong, stay confident, and never forget, you still have so much life, love, and vitality ahead of you.